Hey guys, Timmy D here. Going to show you a should be short and simple video on importing your raw video files from your DJI Phantom micro SD card, or in my pop's case is a flip video camera video into a tablet. In this case I'm actually using the Nexus 7 2013 model, and I believe that comes in a 16, actually you can get it in 8, 16, and 32 gigabyte versions. This is a 16. So these things are cheap, they work, and this was my quest to find a simple process for him. He did not want to upgrade his computer. He really enjoys his flip video camera. It does excellent video, especially for what he's doing. And then also he's got his video that he might want to import in from the Phantom 3. So without further ado, I'll get started. The apps you're going to need to make this work, you're going to need the Nexus right here, the Nexus Media Importer, and it's free. And this app will allow you to plug in a USB device and import either pictures or videos from that device. Now, in order for that to happen, you do need an OTG, Oscar Tom George, cable, and you can get those on Amazon for dirt cheap. So you need an OTG cable, which will plug into the micro USB port on the bottom of your tablet, and then it'll have a full-size USB 2 female that you can plug a card reader, or in the case today I'm going to plug a video camera, the flip video camera, into. So you need the Nexus Media Importer, and then the app for editing the video. There are a number of apps available out there. I think the top rated app, and the one that I prefer over all the ones I tested, is VivaVideo Pro. So you can certainly try others, but I did. They offer a free version and a pro version. The pro, I think it's $4. It's cheap, so I'd go ahead and get the pro. I'll cover this a little later, but because the Nexus 7 has internal memory only, there is no slot to plug an SD card into. You really need a way to bring your video in, edit it, push it up to YouTube, and then move that video off to storage. For my dad, I got him an Western Digital EX2. Now, I actually have an EX4 in my office because I do lots of video and all of our old video of kids and just a plethora of that. But to just simply bring video onto the tablet, edit it, and then move it off for storage, you can get a used EX2 on Amazon, I think for around 99 bucks, and then put you in 2 drives. For his EX2, I have 2 Western Digital 1 terabyte drives in there, and so I'm running part of it in RAID and the other portion of the space in spanning. So we'll more than take care of his needs, but we'll cover moving the video off a little later. So I'm going to plug in the camera, and when it does, the Nexus Media Importer will pop open. Now, I would recommend, and don't, by default it'll have importer selected. I would choose advanced. Click on that, and when the screen comes up, it's going to say select your source and your destination. For whatever reason, the source is always listed twice. I don't know why that is, but it is. But I'm going to select the first one, which is my flip video camera. Now at the bottom it says now select the destination. You will always choose your internal storage, particularly if you're on the Nexus 7. So I'm going to click that. Now you could have multiple videos that you brought in. In my case, for this test, I only have the one video. When I click it one time, it'll show this is here, and then here it is again at the bottom. This is just the path of where it's at currently. There's the time. It's 1 minute and 1 second long. I could click on this and play the video if you wanted to play it at this point. I guess if you had multiple videos and you're wondering, well, which one do I want to import, then you could go through and you'd have a list up here and you could play each one to make sure that you want to import that. To import, I'm going to click on this little icon right up here because that's going to ask me, well, where do you want to put it? And right now it's going to the movies folder. If you want to create a new folder, you can actually click on this little icon right here and says new folder, where you could type in your folder name. Matter of fact, we'll just go ahead and do one. We'll call it test. And I'm going to click on OK. And by the way, if you don't have a Bluetooth mouse, that will be very helpful because using your finger, when you start getting down to some of the editing stuff, you can get a Bluetooth mouse on eBay or Amazon for $10, and I'll list one that works really well. But in this case, I want to go to Flip videos. I created one for Flip and one for the Phantom just to keep them separate. Doesn't really matter because we're going to move them off anyway. But for right now, I'll choose Flip videos. And then when I click on OK, it's going to pop up a message that says it is transferring the files. So here's the little notification right here. And then when I come up top, you can see where it says copy, and this little line is showing you the progress. You know, for obviously bigger videos, it's going to take a longer time. But for this little 1-minute video, it did not take long. Now that video has been copied over, we are through with the Nexus Media importer. So I'm going to go to home, and I'm going to go ahead and close the media importer. Don't need it running. There's that. Now I'm back to my home screen. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into VivaVideo Pro, and this is where we will do our editing and publishing. If you wanted to capture video, you can use your Nexus 7 just to go out and film. You can click on the capture icon here and allow you to do that. We're bringing in video, so we have no need to capture it and go record. You can do slideshow editing and presentations with this. I'm just strictly using it for the video aspect of it. And then we've got our editing. And this is where we'll go first. Editing is where we're going to actually edit the clip that we brought in. So I'm going to click on that. Now it will by default find any videos that are in the movies. Let's do a scan. I'm wondering why it didn't say movies, but it didn't say Flip video. So I'm going to just click. Because you can actually tell it to scan certain places if it didn't find it. 2 files. Alright, not sure with that one, but this one here, this is the video that we want. So again, I thought I selected it to go into the Flip video folder, but this is it. So I'm going to click on that. Here again, it's 1 minute and 1 second long. Now, if I don't want to do any editing whatsoever, I just want to drop it in and publish it up, I could click done and just be done with it. But if we're gonna edit this, I'm gonna click on the video itself, and now it will. Let me make sure the volume's turned down because it'll mess up the screen recording if it's not. But I'm gonna play this video. All right, Pops. This is actually just a video to demonstrate. This is the raw footage right here. Importing. So I can pause it. Now, if I want to do different, before I go any further, if I want to take this video in its entirety to add so I can add text, or I can add little clip art to it, or add a title or anything, I can just click on the add button. But let's say I need to cut footage out of here. I've got some stuff that I need to cut. The way this would work is that I would trim out. Yellow is your starting point, white is your ending. And so let's say I want to capture this little section right here, which is 10.5 seconds. Okay. Now, if I want to capture just that part, I'm going to mark it, and then I come down, I clip click on the cut scissors icon. Boop. And you can see now, if you look right here under the red blinking record dot, it says it added 1. That means it added it to the video that we're going to work with. So now I'm going to bring this over here, and let's go. I was at 10.1. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Starting, looking right here, this is your point. So I'm going to go to 10. I was at 10.1. I'm going to go to 10.5. We're going to miss part of the video doing that. But I just want to show you that we could have clipped out a big section or a tiny section. And if I want to trim this, I'm going to click this again. Now it says 2. So I now have added 2 clips to what is going to be our final video. And this is how, and if you had multiple sections you wanted to cut out, you just mark it and click the scissors. Mark it, click the scissors, and it's adding them in sequential order. Alright, so I'm going to click on, okay, I click the add. Now here are my 2 clips right here. Here's the first one. There's the second one. And I'm going to click done. Okay, so this is now, I'm going to pause it. This is the final video of the actual footage. And so you're going to notice that when we get, I'm going to bring this over. All right, I'm going to start it at 8 seconds right there. When we get to the 10-second mark, there's going to be a cut because we cut out part of the video, so that we should hear a jump in the audio where it cut that section out.
Importing the video in.
So you saw that it jumped there. So that part's done, and you can cut and clip as much as you want. Now, at the bottom, you see we're in the theme section. If you just want to add some kind of theme, just something, to just make your video different, it'll automatically add music. And let's say I'm going to choose this on the road. It will notice.
This is actually just a video to demonstrate importing.
So you see that it added this little light overlay effect where it's kind of glistening here and there. It added music to it. That's been themed. Well, if I want to go back to none, I can go back to none, and this is going to go back.
All right, Pops. This is actually.
It went back to the raw video. Now, if you want to, here's the different themes that are there. If you want to download more, just click here, and here are all these different themes that you can download. The ones that have a green arrow, I've already downloaded. If you want to download new ones, you know, here's one for Super Dad. Here's one for Showtime. I like that one, maybe. And then you will download any of the available apps that you want right here, and we're going to go back. So let's say we want to apply Showtime. We're going to apply that. So you see what that one is. And again, you can just play with them and find the one that you truly will match the theme that you're trying to project in your video. But for the sake, right now I'm going to go back to none so that we have no theme.
Alright, Pops, this is actually just a video to demonstrate.
Pause this. And then when you're, let's see here. So now, once we're done, we can either add music. So if we have no theme, we could actually add music to it. And so if I want to add music, maybe let's do this floating times. Alright, so we'll add that.
Alright, Pops.
And you can either turn it on or off. There's that. Now, I'm going to go over to the edit screen, And here's where I can add different. So we're back at the beginning. I can add text to it. So if I want to add text, I can just click on text. It'll bring up your video. Got a little screen lag here because I'm doing recording, screen record. But I'm going to click on add text, and here's where my title. So I'm going to choose this one. Oops. Yes. Okay, so we're done. I'm going to click on OK. Now here, you can either grab in the middle and just move this anywhere around, or you can actually click this, the little circle, drag it in and out, and we can rotate. So let's say we got it just like that. Now once we're done with the actual test, the text editing, and notice we could have gone with any of these. We've got different types, different things to add, and then you need to fix the video, the text so that it will fit within the clip art. But I'm going to go back to just what did I do here? Oh, here we go. I want to go just back to where we were. Oh, text. There we go. Pops test video, which is this little T right here. Once you're done, you click on the check mark. Now, the video will start playing, and what it's doing, it's playing, and it's so that, and you can pause it, but you want to drag it to where the stopping point that you no longer want this particular overlay or effect added to. So if I go drag it back, here's indicating where it's going to be. So at the 5-second mark right there, if I click the check mark, this will turn off at 5 seconds. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click again at the top to show that I'm done. Now when this video plays, this will stay on, and then at 5 seconds it will turn off. Now, one thing I hope the maker of the app will do is to either add some type of functionality to where we can change and make that a fade, or add effects to how it turns off, because it's on and it just disappears. It would look a little more professional if you could change the way that disappears. So if I go later into the video, let's over here. So this is where we're at in the video. Here's your total time. So let's say at the 34-second mark, maybe I want to add something else. So I want to add another text box. And I'm going to click on that. Now, the only thing I also don't care for, and I hope they change this, is that the it automatically pops in the last text that you added along with the format that it was. It would be, well, so let's edit this. I'm going to put, oh, and by the way, I'm not using it for this video because my neighbor's borrowing it, but you need a Bluetooth keyboard. Those are also dirt cheap. Let's see here. I mean, obviously you can type on the screen, but a keyboard makes it a lot faster. Do OK. And for whatever reason, the video is not showing, and it may be just because of me doing a screen record, but normally when you were going to add this on there, you'd have the video so that you'd help with your placement of the text. But I'm going to do OK. Alright, it came, let's see, where did it come on at?
Very pleased with the solution that I'm going to show you. But if you don't,
Alright, so I'm not sure. Alright, so I have two different, I see what I did. I changed the, I want to delete it. What I did was I changed the
alright, Pops.
the original one that was there instead of adding another one. So I'm going to go here, I want to add text. And again, sorry, the duplication. Alright, I'm going to move this down here. Hit done. And let's say that's the stopping point, so it'll only be on for that short amount of time. I'm going to click the check mark. Do the check mark there. So now when this video comes on over close to this section,
Very pleased with the
you see we've got it right there. Pause. Now I'm going to go back to the start. And what I want to do is I want to add more text again right here. So I'm going to do hiding text, or excuse me, at the beginning. Here we go. I'm going to do my little check mark. Actually, let's take this one. I wanted to make it a little bigger. Alright, and at 5 seconds, pause. I'm going to click the check mark. I'm going to click check again. Now when we play it, this one will be on for the 5 seconds. And then you can see here's the other one we added earlier. You can add stickers. There's various other effects that you can play with. You can do voiceovers. You can add multiple music tracks. I would highly recommend audioblocks.com. Great source for downloading royalty-free stuff. Look, here's transitions if you want to do some transitions between your clips. But this is just the basic get you going, and then you can get in here and start playing with these different things and do some pretty cool stuff. So now that we're done with the video, I'm going to click on share. And it's going to ask, where do you want to put it? Here's your various options. YouTube is what most people would use. I'm going to click on more. And let's see, upload the photos. There's just some other stuff there, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go back. Alright. So if I want to do YouTube, I click on that. You can either do a low res or HD export for high res. I want to use HD. It'll tell you it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. And once this is finished, it will prompt you for your user login information. %. I'm sure that with longer, say 5-minute, 10-minute videos, this process, could take a little while. I don't know if there's a direct correlation to X number of seconds per minute of video, but I do believe that on a longer video, this could take 5, 10, who knows, 15 minutes to complete. But this is a 1-minute video, and obviously this is not taking too long. I don't know if it's maybe a 1 second to 1 second correlation. It may have been a total minute. I should have timed it. But we're almost done. And here's where it's going to come up and prompt you for the title, description, whether it's public or not. And that's really it. So do that and publish it up, and you're done. So I hope this has been a helpful video, and if you guys have any questions, post up and I'll try to help.